Welcome to World Monologue Games 2024. You're watching the youth category and the region is Europe and North America. We do have strong language and adult themes at the game, so if you're sensitive to any particular subject matter, it could be in the show. Please hit the like or subscribe button or leave a comment for the actors. Voting lines will be open for 48 hours from the end of this broadcast, so if you'd like to vote, a link will be available in the description of this video. Enjoy the show.
I never told you about Mr. Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins was my favorite teddy bear. He had this smart tartan bow tie and a short and shiny coat of fur. Very dapper. Always talked about working in the bank for bears and growing his petunias. He could talk, you see. Not really talk, just a voice my mom would do for him. She gave him a nice British accent and he always spoke in a hurried half whisper. They would tuck me into bed every single night, Mr. Jenkins and my mother, and I would feel safe. That was until I killed him. One day, a few weeks before my 7th birthday, I left the garden gate open, and our dog Samson escaped. That night, after my mother spent the entire day searching for Samson, she came up to my room. Alone. "Where's Mr. Jenkins?" I asked her. "Oh, sweetheart, the excitement of the day was just too much for Mr. Jenkins. He was an old bear and his heart just gave out." It was my first experience with death. My mom never said anything, but I knew that it was my fault. And the worst part, she left him, his body, I suppose, on my pillow for when I woke up, like the horse's head in The Godfather. He looked so different, lifeless. I never forgot the garden gate again.
You're stupid? You're weak, you irritate me, why do you talk so much, you won't achieve anything in your life. I will never be proud of you. That's not something you're supposed to say to your child, that. And to be fair, that's not what you're saying. But somehow I feel like I hear it all the time. When you roll your eyes when I'm speaking. When you look at your friend knowingly, when you sigh, like I'm just really a big problem that you cannot get rid of. Mom says that you love me. Yeah, sure. It's just a shame that I cannot see it. I remember when I was younger and he was so proud of me, and sometimes I wonder what happened. Because I'm not so bad as I think, you know. I've got really good grades at school and I've got hobbies that I'm good at and I've got friends and goals in life, and I think that I'm really good person. But it's not enough. It's never enough. Maybe it's because I grew up. And now I'm a terrible, horrible teenager. And my entire generation, including me, is stupid, selfish, lazy, and cannot finish a single thing. And that's why I want to prove to you that I can finish a single thing. And that's why I will kill you now. It's nothing personal, don't worry. Well, actually it is personal, you got the joke, right? Yeah. So, see you in hell, I guess.
let me tell you something you already know. The world is a mean place, a nasty place, a cruel place. And I don't care how tough you are, it'll beat you down to your knees if you let it. But it's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take, how much you can endure and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Look, if you know what you're worth, go out there and get what you're worth. You've got to be prepared. You've got to be prepared to take the hits that life's going to throw at you. You can't go around pointing fingers, saying you aren't here because of her, or him, or anybody. Cowards do that. And I know you. You're no coward. Look, no matter what happens, I'm always going to love you. You're my brother. You're my blood. But until you start believing in yourself, you're going to be living someone else's life.
I really just can't anymore. You're at me 24/7. 24/7, Janie. Can I do anything right in your eyes, or am I just one great big failure? You tell me how to act, how to dress. Jesus, you even tell me what to post on my social media. And I have no personality left. I miss the girl that I used to be, that we used to be. We were friends with everybody. We would join every club. But you don't get to miss them. Because you killed them, Janie. And there's no going back. So I'm just going to sit here. And pretend I like this empty shell of a girl that there once was. While you're going to get put up on your pedestal and everybody's gonna clap and love you for helping the weird girl fit in. Do you know what? I liked being weird. You liked being weird. But that's over. And you have to know, you have to live with the fact that it's all your fault. So everybody, give Janie a big round of applause for helping the weird girl cool and popular.
Hey John, how have you been? So you know Jack, right? My dog? The other day he did the weirdest thing. We have this routine where every morning I feed him, I have breakfast, and then I go out to the porch to read the paper, and he just goes out and just runs wild. He usually runs around chasing anything and everything, but the other day he decided not to. So I went up to him and he was meowing, like a cat. Or well, trying to, since you know he is a dog, but he kept at it. I got concerned and I took him to the vet. They did all sorts of scans and blood work, but everything came out normal. They said he's as fine as he can be considering his age. It's just the strangest thing. I mean, I don't have a cat. I have cows and chickens, but no cat. I would have kind of understood if it was mooing or something, but he's meowing. And it started off where it was just a few times a day, but it's constant. It's keeping me up at night. I just don't know where he got it from. Do you have a cat that I don't know about? Has your cat taken up barking? Have they seen each other these past few days? Have you noticed Jack doing anything strange? I just don't get it then. Are you sure your cat's fine? Alright. I think for the next few days I'm just gonna keep him inside. Alright. Thanks for hearing me out, John.
Oh, how happy some over others some may be. Through all Athens, I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Oh, things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. Therefore its winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure unheedy haste. Therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy, love, is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he were only mine. And when that hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight, so will he to the wood tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither, then back again.
Flying's hard. Really hard. But sometimes it's easier than telling the truth. Especially when the truth is something you really don't want to talk about. The problem with telling a big lie is that each lie spawns more lies. And you need to make sure that each one agrees with one another perfectly, or the cover falls. My friends see their dads on weekends and on birthdays. It would be so easy to tell them my parents were divorced, or my dad was dead. But it comes at a risk, because one day my dad will come back. How would I explain that? A kid at Cubs said that his dad worked on a cruise ship and was never home. I thought it was a brilliant idea. But then I realised anyone who's met my dad wouldn't believe he worked on a cruise ship. So I searched up jobs which took dads away from home. I found one that fit him perfectly. But the problem was, when I told Casey my dad worked on an offshore oil rig, he wanted to know everything. I didn't know it would be so interesting. So now I know everything there is to know about my dad. Where he's based, what his pay is, his dangerous stories about people being blown off ships in storms. Everyone buys it. But I hate it. I hate lying. It makes me no better than my dad. Like father, like son, I guess. I feel like I'm serving myself my own prison sentence. Trapped in a web of deceiving lies.
Know what bugs me? Having to walk on the opposite side of the road. That's what bugs me. Why should I have to? Why should old people have to? All because you and your little army of friends intimidate people. We see you drawing your racist logos on walls, or writing the phone numbers of girls that you state are easy, but aren't. Do you blame them? Be honest. Lowering themselves to your standards. Or you write that somebody's gay, Nobody cares anymore. So what if they are? You've got to laugh, haven't you? Hanging around with younger kids to boost your number, showing off in front of them, shows just how much of a bad boy you really are. On your own, it's hood up, hiding your face. You'd cross the road when you see a gang of Zimmer-framed wielding pensioners. And there you go, smoking or vaping like some kind of steam train. Like Thomas the Tank Engine. Choo choo, Thomas! I can't understand why the police do nothing. I mean, it's easy to find you. Just follow the trail of sweet wrappers and energy drink cans you can't be bothered to throw in the bin because you're so hard. What's next? Assert how macho you are? By bringing a blade to the streets. Then you see a kid you can intimidate. You threaten them, then get jeered on by your gang. Then one swift move and... Your parents must be so proud of you.
Yeah, of course they're still my friends. I don't know why people have been asking me that recently. Because I know they've been saying some questionable things. But, you know, it's just a joke. Banter. It's whatever. I mean, yes, it has been getting quite harsh recently. And they've been taking it too far. If I'm honest, it does get to me a little bit. You know, of course it would. I don't know, they've been taking it further and further, and they've just been saying horrible things about me. And people have been telling me what they've said. It's crazy. I mean, I didn't know people could think those things about people. But I don't know why it's me. I don't know why it's me. Like, I haven't done anything wrong. Or at least I don't think I have. They're my best friends. They'd never do anything to hurt me. But it hurts. And they've hurt me. I don't know how to stop it. Because I can't tell them because they'll just say it's a joke. And I need it to stop. I need it to stop because it's not fair. They're meant to be my friends. And they're just saying these things. And they've been talking about my appearance and they know things. And they know. I don't know why they're using it against me. Like, I've done nothing. But I guess it's just a joke. Please don't tell them. Please don't tell them because I'll just get angry. They're my friends.
I think I remember it. It was this weird lime green with warmer tones to it. I mean, I hated it. I thought it was the ugliest wall I'd ever seen. But maybe that's why I miss it so much. You know? When the emotions are so strong and then all of a sudden they're not there anymore. It's just... it's so weird. I almost forgot about that closet in my room. The one that freaked me out when I was younger. I had so many nightmares because of it, and it was the first thing I forgot. Sometimes I really can't believe we've moved out for 10 months, because it's like we're living in a hotel, like we're gonna be back after a while. But I know we won't. That's scary. I can't go back. I mean, I literally looked up the house online yesterday to see what the new owners did to it. They painted that ugly wall white. Actually, no, they painted the whole house white. I thought I was gonna cry. I want to go back so bad, but I can't. Because even if I do, I won't belong there anymore. It's not mine. It's not where I'm from. It's not where I had those memories. It's just gone. And the scary thing is I can't get it back.
Bienvenue à Londres. Bienvenue chez London Topless Buses. Les topless est le moyen idéal de visiter sans efforts touristiques. Je m'appelle Sandy et notre chauffeur est Sid. Sid? Are you sure this is the group for Calais? Because they don't seem particularly French to me. They've what? Cancelled? Oh well, thanks for telling me. So you all speak English then, do you? Well, I won't be needing this. Hi everyone and welcome to London. My name's Sandy. Everyone okay? I'm feeling absolutely brilliant. I am, honestly. Now I know what you're thinking. The wheel's turning but the hamster's dead. But don't you worry, I haven't got going yet. I'm building up to my tour de force. And believe me, it'll be worth waiting for. We're going to have a fabulous tour. Now, because I thought you were all foreign, I've brought a few visual aids along to jab things up. Anyway, now, our driver is called Sid. He's the best driver in the country. Hopeless in the town, but in the country he's brilliant. See what I mean? Hold on tight. Right, now I'm going to take you on a fabulous trip around London. I'm going to show you all the big sites. Trafalgar Square, Big Ben, the London Eye and St Paul's Cathedral, all the way down to the Tower of London. So, sit back and enjoy yourselves. If you've got any questions, keep them to yourselves. I'll be too busy talking. I'm the original motor mouth, me. Now, we're kicking off in Piccadilly Circus. Where are all the elephants, I hear you asking? And the clowns? Where are the clowns? Well, there aren't any. The word circus is a Latin word. It means roundabout or circle. Behind the electric signs in Soho.
When I was in 5th grade, I was bullied for my fascination with insects. My dad is an entomologist, so he got me interested at a young age. This fascination earned me the nickname Roach Girl, after I caught a roach during class. That's when I realized that the monsters aren't under my bed. They're all around me. And in middle school, the bullying got worse. There, the monsters would attack you for the smallest things like staring too long or not giving homework answers or even just saying no. Surprised most people couldn't see through their handcrafted disguises. Those painted on faces, fake smiles, and pretend emotions all designed to fool you into thinking they're good. You know, like the monsters who record fights instead of trying to break them up. Or the ones who have no shame in hurting people. I thought I could expose them. I mean, the world would be better off without them, right? I tried to fight fire with fire, but there were too many. So I gave up. For months, I felt like a failure. I couldn't sleep. And then one night, it happened again. I felt that old urge to check under my bed. And what I saw was horrifying. It was a nearly perfect image of me, but it was twisted. It had claws that could bite someone in half and teeth that could tear out a heart. That's when I realized the monsters truly are everywhere. They were all around me because I was one too. I am the monster under my bed.
This is what I imagine death to be like. You're floating, suspended, but also like you're underwater. And your body doesn't weigh anything and you can't really feel it. And you can't see anything. It's like black ink or really dark blue ink. I mean, it could be that, but that's all you see. And then everything's just silent. And you float, and you're kind of aware of everything, but thinking about it, it doesn't hurt or cause you distress. You're free, maybe, but also you're not anything. You exist, but you don't exist, and that's it. That's death. That's forever. I mean, sometimes I look forward to that. But it may not be like that at all. So maybe not.
There was a girl at home. She lived at the parsonage. Annabelle. She'd spend all day sewing a ribbon onto a bonnet, and she'd be content. Why wasn't that enough for me, Celia? You know, I'd climb the roof of Will's classroom just to listen. Once I lost my footing and they found me hanging by my underskirt, but I wouldn't let go of my notebook. Should have fallen and cracked my skull right then and there. I'd have been better off. But no, I was stubborn, forfeit any hope of a reputation, of a good match. Wreck Mother's nerves with worry. All for this. To be here. And then I meet a boy. A poet. A poet! And I fall for him like a rock. And suddenly I can't think, because my mind is full of him. I read Keats and hear his voice. I look at the Vermeer and there he is, in the oils. And I love him. With every thought and bone and sinew. And then he buys a ring. But it's not for me. And, well, what now? I mean, now what? I mean, he's carved out my heart, Celia. What do I do? I've got nothing left.
I left no ring with her. What needs this lady? Fortune forbid my outside had not charmed her, for she did make good view of me, so much that methought her eyes had lost her mouth, for she did speak in starts distractedly. She loves me! Sure, the cutting of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring, why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so as 'tis, poor lady, she would better love a dream. Disguise, I see thou art a wickedness wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How will this badge? My master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him as she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my state is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, now, alas, the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? O time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is far too hard a knot for me to untie.
What? What do you mean you're getting a divorce? No. No, this can't be happening to me. Can't the two of you just work things out? I mean, how bad can it be? Is he right? It's your fault, it always is. You're always riding Daddy, nagging him. I hear you. Maybe if you weren't such a nag, then you wouldn't be leaving. Why shouldn't I, Daddy? She should know the truth. If she were not was in our case, then we wouldn't be having this conversation. I can't believe you're doing this to me. Do you know how embarrassing this is going to be for me at school? All of my friends think that we're happy. I'm always telling everyone how in love you two are and how I want to have that same kind of love. What am I going to do? I mean, really, I'm going to have to change schools. All of my friends are still married, you know. Please, tell me what's going on, Daddy. Tell me why you're leaving. Just tell me what's wrong. No, don't touch me. Don't touch me. How can you do this to me, huh? How could you? I don't want you to touch me. I don't want to be confident, Dad. Wait. I promise I'll do better. I'll go make some of the shopping. I won't like about the silly stuff. I'll do the chores without tripping out. I'll do anything. Mum, why is he leaving? No, I don't want to hear that, okay? There is no such thing as making this work out for all of us, okay? There is no such thing, just stop trying to lie to me. I'm not a child!
Alright, thanks for watching. If you'd like to help select who goes through to the global finals, you can vote for your 2 favourite performances from the show. A link to the voting form will be available in the description of this video for 48 hours from the end of the broadcast. Please note that you do have to vote for 2 performances, not just 1, and you can only vote once per show. If you want to see our other upcoming events, please check out worldmonologuegames.com. See you next time.